Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we're going to talk about something that is really important, and it was actually a question asked by a Quoran on Quora. He wanted to know if, as a person who wanted to be a therapist, one who does psychological therapy, if one ought to go into therapy oneself. The definitive answer to that is yes. How in the hell can a person give therapy to another person if they have not gone through their own processes, cleared their own crap, so they're not projecting their issues onto their patients? And I have to say that after being in the world of mental health for, since 1993, do the math, it's a very long time, I've seen many of my hypnosis clients and even my psych clients when I was working conventional psychiatry and psychology who were damaged pretty badly by some of the psychs out there in the world with their freaking licenses because they had no idea how to handle certain clients' issues. One that comes to mind immediately is Antonio Martin, who has a wonderful testimonial on my website, dawningvisions.com, which he wrote 8 years after I saw him. I had been in contact with his parents over the years. They're both hypnotists and neurolinguistic programming practitioners, and he actually just got himself certified to be a practitioner of NLP just very recently, according to his dad on Facebook, which is really wonderful. However, this is the deal, folks. He was in an inpatient situation, and the family therapist there had told him that because of what he had done, sexually inappropriate behavior due to the fact that he had been molested when he was 6 months to 5.5 years old by the foster parents that he was put into care with after his mother died of AIDS, something he did not even know happened until the detailed personal history that was done in my home office when he was 16 years old, when his mother told him what had actually happened. She did not abandon him. That's where all the anger came from. Do you think one of these shrimps actually asked him why he was so angry? No, never. But they did have the gall to put him into 4-point restraints at the age of 7. It's all in his testimonial. And a whole lot of other stuff. You need a strong stomach to read the 8 pages or so of his testimonial. But the thing I can say about this kid is that in 15 hours, 5 hours a day, in 3 days of work, we cleared out his traumas and got him back into a really good, healthy way. He moved back home with his parents. His dad made an apartment for him in their basement area, I guess, where he lived for quite some time. He still had some rough stuff to overcome, it wasn't all at once. But he's doing great now, and he's 30 years old, and he has regular relationships with a regular woman his own age, self-employed and doing fine, a loving heart, and getting along great with his family. Why? Because he had a loving father who actually, for 5.5 years, worked his butt off to try to find some kind of treatment modality that would help his son. And he came across timeline therapy, which Todd James actually developed in the 1980s to help his son get over the anger and sadness. But I did a whole lot of other stuff like forgiveness work and inner child work and a whole bunch of stuff based on my work in conventional psychiatry, actually. But I just did it hypnotically with him. And that was back in 2005. Long time ago now, guys. And he's doing great. So yes, hypnosis works, and it works for a really long time for anybody who actually wants it to work. Antonio actually uses his real name because he wants people to understand that if he had a lifetime of trauma, as he did at the very early years, which, by the way, the earlier the trauma happens, the greater the impact and the imprint in the unconscious, subconscious mind. So it's really quite amazing that he healed as well as he has, given everything he went through. So this is a really good modality in order to be able to help people heal, and it certainly goes back to before we knew what bacteria was. or what ether was in terms of anesthetics back in the 1800s when they were doing surgeries using just long-form hypnotism. There was nothing else, folks. It's an ancient art and science. We're using the normal capacity of the unconscious mind, in my case, the higher conscious mind, which is really the connection to the collective unconscious, as Carl Jung would speak of it, your spirit, in order to help my clients heal as quickly and effectively as possible. I've learned a lot of new tricks since I worked with Antonio way back in 2005 to help my clients to clear things quicker and, I would say, more holistically, using chakra balancing and other things that I've learned along the way. But he's doing great, and he's a testimony to what can happen if one actually wants to heal. But in order to heal, you have to be willing to let go of the secondary go of your mental health issues in this case. And some people are not willing to do that because they're fearful of who they may become without their illness. Sad, but true. So it's not for everybody. It's probably for a small minority of people who really, truly want healing. And what I'm offering up now for the licensed mental health workers, psychiatrists, psychologists, and social workers who are sick of the medical industrial complex where synthetic drugs are being given that do not help the patients. Not really, but it does cause all kinds of toxicity over a long period of time. I was a victim of that too. I was on lithium for 10 years. And it started shutting down my kidneys, and thank God my psychiatrist was on it, had me get a creatinine level done, and she took me off the meds, and Todd James did the rest by helping me know what 3 negative emotions I needed to clear using timeline therapy, something he could not teach in a training for lay people. But now I know how to do it, which is a really good thing. And I can honestly tell you, after 5 minutes of clearing these 3 negative emotions, I've never looked back. I saw my psychiatrist for 10 months after that. She gave me her blessings, letting me know that I didn't have any symptoms from the bipolar 2 that I was diagnosed with. Not by her, but by a case manager that I had actually at the Tri-City Mental Health and Retardation Center, as it was known back in the day when I was over there getting this treatment back in 1989 to 1993. That's my story, and I'll stick to it. So if any of you are sick of dealing with not getting reimbursed for your services rendered to the insurance companies, or you have bosses who really don't care much about your own mental or physical health and are putting you under too much stress, or maybe you actually have holistic healing concept where you truly care about your patients and want them to actually heal, instead of managing problems with psychiatric diagnoses, helping them heal holistically, and therefore letting them let go of the symptoms so they no longer have their issues, such as happened with Antonio, who, by the way, was given, I think, 6 diagnoses, and I don't even know how many psychotropic medications. Spent more time in the hospital than he spent in school at the time that I was seeing him, and he's doing great now. So there you go. All you need to do is send me a text at 781-315-1719 and let me know that you're interested in being one of 4 people to go through this intensive with me. It's a mentorship training. I will teach you how to do hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, chakra healings, gestalt therapy, and a whole bunch of other really cool things while people are in hypnosis to help them to quickly and effectively heal. You can make a really good amount of money. You can do it all online. I've been doing it online since 2013, so way before this COVID shit hit. And do really well for yourselves. But you'll have to text me and let me know when you're available. 2 days and times in the time zone that you're in, and we can get this thing rocking and rolling. Again, only 4 people are going to be in this training at a time because it's highly intensive, and I want you all to be able to get your questions answered and to learn from one another. It's the best way to do it. So there you go. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time, bye-bye all. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, A-T as in Tom, R-E-O-N as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.